Hi, I'm Jim Clary, and as you probably know, I'm the Senior Geek. What I'm here to talk about in this video is something that's very, very important to you users of iPhones and iPads, and that is internet security. We all know the internet can be a hostile place. There are people out there actively what we call cracking our passwords and then putting those up for sale on what's referred to as the dark web. So we have to take every measure we can to protect ourselves from it. Thank goodness Apple has made it fairly easy to significantly increase the security, our security on our iPhones and iPads in using the internet. So I encourage you to follow along here and to implement these. I don't think you'll find them too onerous, but be very useful. First, I do want to say, I know security is a pain in the neck. I liken it to the analogy of it'd be great if we didn't have to carry keys around, if we could leave our house unlocked. But we know in this day and time we can no longer do that. We must lock our doors. When we leave our car, we always lock our car. I'm old. I remember the days you never locked your car. Heck, half the time probably didn't take the key out of them. But those days are long, long gone. So there's a couple of things you can do here. Specifically, they are, number one, turn on two-factor authentication on your Apple account. What this means is, in addition to someone to be able to log into your Apple account on another device that it's never been logged into before, that person's going to need two things. Number one, they're going to need to know your Apple ID and password. Well, that's one thing and a pair. The second thing they're going to have to know, and the reason it's two-factor, is they're going to have one of your trusted devices, one of your trusted Apple devices with it being logged into your Apple account. And what happens when you do two-factor, it sends a code either to that trusted device, or you can set it up where it sends a text to your phone, and from that you have to enter that information into the initial login to get it to work. So even if they knew your password, let's say you had somebody in a foreign country, even if they were able to guess your password, they still can't get into your account because they don't have that second factor. Again, they would have to have either your iPad, your trusted Apple device, or your phone being able to receive text messages. So yes, it's a pain in the neck the first time you log in. It asks for that. Once you do that, if it's your device, you can say, hey, trust this device. Then Apple will trust it. The second thing you need to do deals with passwords. And Apple has implemented in their system a password manager they call Keychain. And Keychain does two things for you. Number one, it generates passwords in what we call pseudo-random. What we mean by pseudo-random is they're not made up by a human being. We can't really do random stuff. We use our grandkids' names, we use our dogs' names, we use other things that we can think of. Well, when it's not random, it makes it much easier for the password crackers to grab those and to guess them, because they just go through and guess they got algorithms that guess and guess and guess at passwords, and they use those. And the second thing it does, since you're using pseudo-random, which means it's going to be gobbledygook, it stores those for you and then automatically enters them into the field. So when you go to a website, it will already have filled in your password, and you can go on and use those. So, got two videos coming up, to follow-on videos, and I encourage you to look at them in this light. Number one is the two-factor. We'll go through and we're going to set up two-factor authentication for an Apple account. And then again, second thing is, once we've done that, we implement Keychain. Shouldn't do Keychain before you do two-factor, because if you don't, then if someone gets your Apple password and you're using Keychain, they'll have access to all of your passwords. That's not good. I think you'll find once I beg you to give it a try. Just give it a try, and you can significantly increase your security without being too difficult. Anyway, come along with me. I'm going to go back to my computer and we'll talk about two-factor authentication. Okay, I wanted to give you a little bonus here before I sign off with this video. I am back at my computer, as you can see. I want to discuss with you very briefly a playlist. I've been mentioning two videos, at least two follow-on videos to this introduction on iPad and iPhone. And I've got the Senior Geek YouTube channel up here, as you can see. And you'll notice over here there's something called playlist. And let's just click on that. It can be very handy if the creators of the YouTube channel took the time, if you would, to generate them. You can see I've got a bunch of what we call playlists here. The one that we're interested here is iPhone and iPad. So let's view the full playlist. You can play them all, but you probably don't want to do that because this one's on it and you'd be going back over what you went on. So I found the most useful is view full playlist. Now, what you get there is you do get the other videos that are part of this group. So as I said, the next one you want to go to is the two-factor. Then you want to do iCloud Keychain, and then finally you want to review your password. So it just makes it handy dandy to do those. You can keep them up here if you want. You can also play them in a new window by, you can just right click on it and open a new tab and it would open it up for you, so you'd keep this one. Hopefully you find this useful. Again, I find it to be extremely useful. As you probably know, I'm a big fan of YouTube, and this really helps. Anyway, thank you for your attention, and now we'll close. Again, thank you so much for watching this. The usual things. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you like the video too, you can subscribe to the Senior Geek YouTube channel, and you'll be notified, or you can see when I've posted new videos. Thank you so much for doing this, and as we say, please take care. Bye-bye.